So I'm sitting out here on my porch. It's a beautiful day. I'm thinking about that video that I made last night and the idea that I'm gonna quit my job, and it's more than that. I think I need space in my head to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. My children are grown. I'm a single mom who raised 3 boys, and they're all grown up. They're ages 23 to 35. And I've been a nurse. I've worked really hard and I've always done more than one thing at a time. I'm like a multitasker. I've always got to be doing something. People always ask me, Jennifer, how do you do all these things? Do you ever sleep? And I do, but I don't let myself be idle. I have a toxic productivity, if you want to think about that term. So anyway, I feel like I need to give myself space, mental space, away from this job that I hate and all the stress, doing something that I don't love. I need the space to figure out what I'm gonna do. I came across a term this morning on YouTube, Barista FIRE, which I think is kind of what I'm gonna do. It's if you don't know, the FIRE movement is financial independence, retire early. You know, I guess technically it's early for me. I'm 55, but I can't fully retire because I still have a lot of debt that I need to pay off before I retire. But I'm gonna walk over there in a minute and show you the house that I bought across the street. And I've been doing some real estate investing just a little bit over the last few years. And I've been working my job. I've recently started doing Walmart Spark to pick up some extra grocery money. I have a real estate license, and I don't do much with it, but I usually do maybe 3 transactions a year. So I have other ways to make money. And Barista FIRE is the idea that you can retire early, but not fully. You can do other part-time things to bring in income, and but you have enough in reserves that you can retire from your full-time gig that maybe you don't like. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a barista. In fact, in my case, I don't want to be an employee, period, unless it's an employee of a company or of a business that I really believe in. So I came across that term, and I think that's kind of what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to have to still bring in some extra money because my rental income and my investments aren't enough to fund all of my expenses right now, because like I said, I have quite a bit of debt that's related to just life. I'm not even going to go into that, but I'm going to walk over there in a minute. This house that I bought is across the street. It's right over there. And it's 4,200 square feet. It was built in 1913. I did another historic house rehab a couple of years ago, and I'll do another video about that later. But I'm gonna do this one, but this is a much bigger project. I'm gonna show you, but this house needs a lot of work, and I think some people think that I'm crazy for even trying it. I got it for a really good price, and that's because nobody else had the guts or the insanity to take it on. Ow, my cat. Okay. Anyway, let's go over there and look at it. Here she is. I just had some yard work done, so that's why you see all that. But this is a prairie style, 1913. It's got some craftsman influences, and this is called the McCabe house. I looked up some history, and I'm gonna choose to believe that Lucy McCabe still lives here. She was the matriarch of the McCabe family and lived in this house for 50 years until she died in 1962. And so I've been calling this Lucy's house, but as you can see, it's got a gigantic front porch, columns, which some need work there, wrap around. there's Kyle. There's my kitty cat. He's followed me over here. It's got this ugly aluminum siding on it, which is going to come off. And there's the original clapboard is underneath there. This door. It's got the original glass in it. It's got the McSee etched into it. I don't know if you can see that. I've got the original, I've got some furniture in here that I just put in here for storage. I bought, and I'm probably going to resell it. We're going to go up there in a minute, but if you can, this is like a really grand entrance here. You can't tell, but these are 14-foot ceilings. And it's got 7 fireplaces. There's one there. The parlor. Some of this stuff was left here by the previous tenant or, owner. And so, like I said, all this cherry furniture is something I bought recently and I put in here for storage, and I'm going to probably resell it. There's fireplace number 2. And then here's the best part. This is where I sat last night when I made last night's video. This is the dining room, and look at that ceiling. That's the original mission style chandelier. 14-foot ceilings. And then these guys left this stove here, which I think, and I can't test it because it's in the dining room. There's no 220 plug in here, but I'm thinking I'm going to get this thing fixed and use it in this kitchen, which is going to have to be gutted and redone. It's got some old 70s knotty pine in here. But I need to change this layout, and I need to get rid of that little bump out wall and make it open. But the floors, you can go back to the dining room. You've got these gorgeous oak floors that's got this inlay around the perimeters. They're going to be beautiful when they're done. And then the kitchen has a different floor, but it's still the original floor, and I think this is pine, probably heart pine. And I'm gonna I'm gonna keep that as well. But there's the kitchen. And then this is scary. There's like this door here. And then there's a trap door, and there's a basement. And we don't have basements here, guys. Mostly, I'm in coastal Carolina, and it's low and it's wet here, and most people don't have basements. But there's a basement, and it is currently full of water. So there's a sump pump down there, but it apparently stopped working, and now the basement's full of water. So anyway, we're in the back of the hallway looking back towards the front of the house. The house has 6 bedrooms, what's going to be 5 bathrooms. So here's a bedroom. Look at this. Look, this is like, you can see this is horrible. And then not only that, the foundation is in really bad shape. And this bathroom, like, that's about to fall through the floor. So there's a lot, everything. I'm going to have to first address the structure and the basement situation and remediate all that water and do the structural repairs. Here's a bathroom that was actually functional when the last people lived here. And this green tile is actually in really good shape, and I want to figure out a way to keep it. Here's a downstairs master. There's another fireplace. And this is a big room. Lots of light. So look at this. You've got this wainscoting here, and it's taller than I am. It's probably 6 feet tall. I'm not anywhere near that. I'm short. And I don't even know if I want to show you. I'll show you upstairs. We're going to go up there. So this is bad because the roof was leaking. There is a new roof on it now, but the roof was leaking, and the house sat empty for years, and it smells like wet insulation and maybe bats or some other animals have been living in the attic, and it's in really bad shape. This front room is an odd shape, but I'm going to put a kitchenette and a second laundry room up here because I'm thinking of making a bed and breakfast. Here's a bedroom. And this is the really scary part in here. This is the upstairs, one of the upstairs masters, but the previous people started taking down the old plaster. All the lathe is all over the floor, all the old trim. There's the inside of the wall, and you can see the chimney. They started a bathroom back here, which is going to be a big bathroom. It's a big box. The upstairs is just as big as the downstairs. There's another bedroom that's really, really bad. And it doesn't smell so great up here. This is a kitchenette because somebody had put an apartment up here at some point, but I'm going to put a bathroom back here. And then another bathroom. Another bedroom and another bathroom in the very back. 2 big pecans trees in the backyard. It's got a nice big yard. Anyway, this is kind of crazy, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Because if I'm going to quit my job and figure things out, I may or may not decide to keep this and do this project. I may just try to cut my losses and give up on this, because this is quite the pipe dream. Look at this window though. Look at this stained glass window in the stairwell. There is a piece missing. But my crazy big dream was to do this house. I've been looking at it for 7 years, which is how long I've been living across the street. And I had the chance to buy it for a low price, and I did, but it may not have been low enough. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Kitty Kyle.